All right, let's listen to some of the other guys vying for positions on the board. You know, we're going to listen to somebody who wants to get in through the southeast and the north central. We're going to be listening to Yaya Kwande and, of course, Chidi Okenwa on their aspirations. They're sharing their thoughts with us this morning. So we'll listen to those two guys, and of course, we'll come back for more sports this morning.
Looking forward to having a very free and fair election where the watchword will be fair play. We are ready.
What you've seen of the Electoral Committee, what's your take?
I think we have a very competent hands in the Electoral Committee. Of course, you know, the Electoral Committee is a product of the Congress of 2017 in Jos. And there is something they have not done to ensure that we have a very beautiful outing tomorrow. And I can tell you that they did their jobs, dotted all I's across all T's, and that is why we are here.
And for the Southeast, you're contending to get into the board. You think it's going to be keenly contested?
Very, very keenly contested because we have a galaxy of stars out there from the southeast. In fact, of all the contestants from different zones, we fielded our first 11, where you have the almighty Felix Anyasiago of Yimba International, you have Emeka Inyama of Abia Warriors, you have my humble self, of course, the dog of the moment. And of course, you don't take it away from the Chief Sir Emma Ochaga. You talk about Sir JBC Obukwele. All these people have paid their dues. I'm the only underdog. However, I believe that the dove surely will fly.
Expected for everything to go on smooth. We expect to have a continuity. The board we're in now, I know the kind of achievements we've had under the Amaju Pinnick-led board. So we want to consolidate on the achievements so that we can make sure we have a perfect framework for whatever board that will come after that. I'm actually pleased that nobody has been disqualified. I know there are lots of rumors, there are lots of bad mouthing, there's lots of things that we're going to hijack it, we're going to do whatever it is. And I'm so happy that they actually did not disqualify anybody. We should all go to the floor of the Congress and then we should be elected. If you lose, you take it in good faith.
All right, so you're listening to Chidi Okenwa and Yaya Kwande. Let me just get your thoughts quickly. Even Chidi Okenwa, you know, list the illustrious names that he will have to contest with. Felix Anyasiago, Emeka Inyama, Judo Bukwelu, and all of that. But you know, he's still confident. And Yaya Kwande also will have to vie with Ahmed Fresh and one other person to get in on that North Central. Those guys you listen to, just your thoughts. Looking at those who they are contending with, if you can do that in a few seconds, Chidi Okenwa, the people he's contending with, Yaya Kwande as well, the guy is up against.
Okay, the one of Chidi Okenwa is...
your thoughts? You are not voting, though?
I'm not voting, but to me, it's the ability to reach out to the delegates.
That's true.
Though it's difficult for you to be contesting against Emeka Inyama and Felix Anyasiago. They are also names in Nigerian football. But anything can happen.
All right.
It's still a situation whereby underdogs came top in an election. But the one of Kwande, Kwande is not contesting against household names to stay in the list. But anything can still happen. Tayo and Yemi, I'm looking for surprises.
Right.
I want to see new faces in Nigerian football.
All right.
Let's try some new hands.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we'll leave it at that now.
At least for now, yeah?
For now, yeah. And obviously, when we come back tomorrow, you'll be getting all the updates and all the outcomes from the NFF elections. Let's go and talk about basketball now. D Tigers, Nigeria's D Tigers, they're going to the World Cup. But before we talk about Nigeria's D Tigers going to the World Cup, where they'll be in Group B alongside Argentina, Turkey, and Australia. Our correspondent, Austin Okonakman, is on the line now, and he's here to give us updates from Katsina. He's at the venue of the NFF elections. Austin, good morning, and thanks for joining us on the show. What's going on at the minute in Katsina?
Good morning, Tayo. We're at the venue where the NFF elective Congress will take place. Delegates are arriving now. I see journalists here and there. Everyone just trickling in gradually. So at exactly 10 a.m., proceedings will begin to vote in the new executive committee of the Nigeria Football Federation for the year 2018 to 2022.
Okay, Austin, let's get a bit of clarification on this one. Yesterday, it came out that one of the contestants for the presidency of the NFF, that's talking about Aminu Maigari, there was a petition against him, and his initial clearance was downgraded to a provisional one. What is the latest on that matter?
The electoral committee, they refused to comment on that. When I tried to reach them, they said it's straightforward. They've asked him to produce original copies of the certificate he presented, and he hasn't done that, and so he was downgraded to provisional clearance. That means Aminu Maigari eventually wins today. That victory can be contested. So the NFF, under Matthew Pinnick, is saying, look, if this guy wants to contest, let him bring, the proper documents and all that is required for the elections. Nobody's talking about it, Tayo, but the good thing is nobody is also disqualified at this time. Come on, guys, the shenanigans that come with elections, just to let somebody, shake them a bit and all of that. But if you listen to Chinedu Okoye, listen to Taiwo Ogunjobi, Kwande, everyone seems to be pleased with the work that has been done by the electoral committee. So it's up to Aminu Maigari to show up with those original copies of the certificate he presented, and everybody will be fine. We don't want issues from this election, and hopefully we're not going to get any.
Okay, Austin, we just have to keep you on the line. We might have to go on break at any moment soon. But let me quickly ask you, there's a quick response for you. Is there any other person that has been disqualified, or nobody has been disqualified at this point?
At this point, no one has been disqualified. That's all we're trying to find out. Every year when it comes deadline, late minute to the main event, you hear this person has been disqualified and all of that. Nothing absurd at that point. And that's why everyone is saying well done to the committee. All right.
Okay, so let's just leave it at that. Austin, we'll get back to that sometime later. We need to go on a quick break. When we return, there's still so much to talk about on today's show. Join us again.